summary, Sue, um, the American angles are that firstly, so I could talk about this all day, but I'll just give you the sort of 2-minute version. The only reason that Vassall was uncovered in 1962 was that 3 or 4 Eastern Bloc defectors had gone to the Americans with some heavy clues about Vassall's identity. They didn't quite name him, but they basically put the British on the trail of Vassall, but largely because of British incompetence and also, I guess, also a sort of a social class prejudice, that because Vassall was the well-spoken son of a vicar, he couldn't possibly be a spy. It took more than a year after these clues arrived for the British authorities to finally apprehend Vassall. So the whole affair had a damaging impact on Anglo-American relations during the Cold War, because it kind of reinforced the American view of the British as a bunch of bungling amateurs who are riven with Soviet spies. The second angle is that it's fair to say John Vassall had a fairly prolific love life, and among his many lovers were a large contingent of American men. And although they were just friends and lovers in some cases, and they had no knowledge or involvement in his spying, after Vassall's arrest in September 62, the FBI, which was still being run by J. Edgar Hoover, this was sort of the last 2 years of J. Edgar Hoover's leadership at the FBI, went into a mad sort of McCarthyite homophobic frenzy, and all men, so there weren't all that many women for obvious reasons, all the men who Vassall had ever met and whose details were found in his diaries or address book in the US were interviewed by the FBI, and there were these huge intrusive investigations into their backgrounds, which didn't actually reveal any evidence that any of them had been spies. But certainly in Britain and in Australia, I don't know about in the States, but in Britain and Australia, 2 men whose only crime was to have once slept with Vassall or tried to do so, found their sort of military careers or diplomatic careers were sort of abruptly terminated. So